Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, mother.
How are you?
Yeah, fine, mother.
How was your yesterday or yesterday?
It was very fine, mother.
It was very fine.
Yeah.
Even me, I'm fine. I thank God. So today we want to learn about carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acid. The date is 8. So we want to learn about carboxylic acid. But before we learn about carboxylic acid, our last topic was alcohols. And among the reactions that we did of alcohols, we said that you can oxidize alcohols to form carboxylic acid. So which class of alcohol do you oxidize to get carboxylic acid? Anyone who has an idea? Yes, Nyaga?
The tertiary.
The tertiary?
Tertiary alcohol.
I don't take chorus answers, Mary. Kindly just raise up your hand. Primary alcohols. Yeah, I think I agree with Mary. We use primary alcohols. Tertiary alcohols cannot oxidize to form carboxylic acid. Maybe for us just to help Nyaga, why don't tertiary alcohols undergo oxidation to form carboxylic acid? Yes, Kitur?
That OH.
Yes, the position of the OH. So Nyaga, now you've loaded. That's nice. But it shows that these are a class of champions. Yes, and Nyaga is among them anyway. So we have two learning outcomes today. Our first one is outcomes. Our first learning outcome is to identify carboxylic acid. Identify carboxylic acid. Our second learning outcome is name. Identify carboxylic acid, and then the next one is name a carboxylic acid. Yes, name carboxylic acids. And we use which system to name organic compounds? Mary.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, so name carboxylic acid using the IUPAC system. So carboxylic acids are not new to our life. I think we know like examples, if I'm not wrong. So give me examples of carboxylic acids in your day-to-day operations. So we can use IUPAC names if you know, or you can use the common names. Yes, Kitur?
Oxalic acid.
Yes, we have oxalic acid, so we have examples here. That's a nice one, Kitur, oxalic acid. Another example, yes, Joshua? Sorry?
Ethanoic acid.
Ethanoic acid. Another example?
Methanoic acid.
Ethanoic acid, thank you.
Methanoic acid.
So, methanoic acid. Oh, okay. Yeah, methanoic acid. Malay. What wameiva? That's a nice, these are a very nice example. Let's assume you want to bake. Not let's assume. You've ever baked a cake? Who has ever baked a cake? Yes, Daniel has ever baked a cake. Let's say, for example, okay, not example. You are baking a cake. You put eggs. Eggs have that smell. Silio?
Yes.
You don't want to smell that whatever in the cake. What do you do?
Citric acid.
Yes?
We use citric
We
acid.
said no chorus answers one at a time. Christina, are you in this class or kindly come among us your peers? Dan, you are saying something?
Do we use citric acid?
We use citric acid. How? Where? That's another example. Since you can add it here, citric acid. So you are saying we?
As a food additive, we call it out. So the food additive.
we use citric acid as a food additive. Nimesema watu hii class wameiva chemistry. Hata tushafika kwa application na hata tujadefine. That's so nice. That's so nice. So you can use it as a food additive. Additive means to give taste.
Yes, and characteristic smell.
To remove that characteristic smell
Remove
of the
that
egg.
characteristic smell of the egg and introduce another flavor.
Nice, that's nice. Yes, Kitu?
And also it is a preservative.
Yeah, tumeanza uses. Tumemaliza topic na ndio tunaanza, but this shows watu wanasoma, watu wanatumia library. So tuko na uses mbili tutafika baadaye, but sasa you say as an additive, alafu umesema as a preservative also, si ndio? Some uses of carboxylic acid. Christine, you were saying something?
Yes, already said it.
Oh, yeah, I said yours. Oh, well, we'll say another one. Okay. So we have now, these are the examples of carboxylic acids. And as we may note, most of them occur naturally. Like citric acid is found in lemons. Citric acid is found in lemons, and methanoic acid is found in bee stings. Do you have a bee sting? I mean, it's a bee that contains methanoic acid, then it gives you bee. Malic acid, where do we find it? Okay. Any other? Tunaweza pata source yake. I'm just starting the topic, no need for pressure. So our first learning outcome was for us to identify the carboxylic acid. So how do we identify the carboxylic acid? Let's say, for example, I want to identify Christine in this class. How do I identify her? She has sister locks, yes. It's something that does what? That sets her apart from the rest of the class. So now, how are we going to... Hey, Christine is smiling. Sets you apart. So how do we identify carboxylic acid? We identify carboxylic acids, but we are not doing organic compounds for the first time. We've done alcohols, we've done alkenes, alkenes. So how do we identify, for example, alcohols? Maybe you have a suggestion?
By their functional group.
That's very nice. We identify organic compounds by their functional group. So the same thing here. This one being an organic compound, we are going to identify it by virtue of its functional group. And the functional group of the carboxylic acid is COOH. Wengine unaitanga ku, it's okay. Hata ukiita ku, bora uandike kwa exam sawa, it's fine. So but bora tu remember it's COOH. This is the functional group. So if you have any compound ukiona iko na ku o, the right name is supposed to be Niku. If you have it, you identify that as a carboxylic acid. So anytime you have a compound, you identify as a carboxylic acid. Let me give 2 examples to identify difference. Let's say, for example, we have this one here. So I have these 2 examples here. Between 1 and 2, which one is the carboxylic acid? Maybe class imeiva. Sawa. Kitu? The first one, sindio? Because of this functional group. These are very nice class. So on identifying carboxylic acids, we are okay. So after identifying it, we identify the kujua tu iko now, we want to go to name it. So the carboxylic acid, we name them just the way we have named alcohols, blah, 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 blah. This is what it. Like an alcohol that has 1 carbon atom, we call it? No chorus answers. Yes, Dan. Methanol. Albani Dan has sweet. At least he has any chorus answers. You are too big for a sweet. So, an alcohol that has whatever, 1 carbon atom tritanga, methanol. So the same thing. So now, but here we are dealing with carboxylic acid. So you need 1 carbon atom. So, nimeshaenda kwa 2. Kama mimi nimeiva kama students. So that one there. So maybe this one we do in groups because I'm seeing you're leaving some people behind. We are doing in pairs. So I want you to think first. Think first as an individual, then you pair with your mates. So think first as an individual, then you pair with your mates, then you share to us as a class. What is the name of this carboxylic acid? In like 30 seconds or so. Let's pair. If you don't have a pair, you can triple. Naona hatuko even number. So let's think. You think first, Joshua. Think first before pairing. How do you want to pair before thinking? Think individually, then you pair, alafu you share. You're done. Yes. So which pair is done and is ready to share to the class? Yes, Kitu, pair. Methanoic acid. You said methanoic. No. So lazima tuandike acid, methanoic acid, because it only has one carbon atom. So that's how we name it. So let me give another example. So this one now you are doing individual work. Yes, this one you are doing individual work. I want you to try and name this one for me here. This one is individual sasa. Nikiwa individual inamaanisha unaweka records chini, eh? Ndio maana analipa school fees akaenda aangalie Dana alipata ama alianguka. Yes? Yes, Dan, you want to do that, right? Yes?
That is 2-ethyl propanoic acid.
You want to come and write or arrange for this? Okay. Tuwe school fees vizuri. Ushike pen.
2-ethyl propanoic acid.
That is what do you think? Is your answer the same as that one?
Yeah.
Ah, that's nice. 2-ethyl propanoic acid. So the only small trick here was you to identify that this is a branch. So after identify this is a branch, you identify the longest chain, then you name it. So Rono kuja unisaidie. Wanaume wanaumia, wanawake tunapumzika. Niweke hapo juu. So there are those rules. I'll send you details on the rules of carboxylic acids, how they are. So I just want to do some specific example here as a continuation on naming carboxylic acids. Thank you, Rona. Okay. In addition to what you have, to what I've sent to you as notes, in addition, we have here a continuation on how to name carboxylic acid. So here we have cyclic. No, before we come to carboxylic acid, what do we call them? Like this one, for example, naitanga cycloalkanes. Yes, we have cycloalkanes. So tukiona cycloalkane, sasa ikiform acid like this one, what we do, we just name the name the way it is. Like this one is cyclohexane, sindio? Why cyclohexane? Because it has 6 sides, sindio? Nasema nini? 6 carbon. It has 6 carbon. The junction here is a carbon atom. This is a carbon atom, a carbon atom, a carbon atom, like that. So we have 6. And because it's in cyclic form, we call it cyclohexane. But usisahau kuweka jina carboxylic acid because we have carboxylic acid. They are bad. Then we have another category of dicarboxylic acid. Like this one ukiangalia, we have 2 functional group. Kuna yenye iko east side na ingine iko east side. So ingekuwa na moja kama I don't know if we did the example, ingekuwa hivi CH3COOH. Like this one, because it has 2 carbon atoms, this one we just call it ethanoic acid. But now in this case, tuko na functional group, the other side tuko na 2 functional groups, so we put the word di meaning 2. So this one we call it ethanoic acid. And this is the IUPAC name. Somebody gave us a name somewhere there. Oxalic acid, sindio? So oxalic acid is the common name for ethanoic acid. You see? Yes. Alafu we have unsaturated carboxylic acid. Unsaturated carboxylic acid. Unsaturated, we know. What do we mean by unsaturated compounds, by the way? Yes? Yes, people?
with a double or triple bond.
Thank you, Kishore. Nice. Compounds with either a double or a triple bond. So if you see my first one here, it has a double bond. And it has 3 carbon atoms. So we call it propan 2 enoic, En from alkene. Sindio? Alkene. Alkene. Okay? Alkene. So tunaita propan 2 enoic acid. Ikiwa na tatu kama hii tutaita propan 2 eoic acid. Or propan 2 eoic acid. So so are we okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's wind up our lesson. But as we wind up our lesson, what is your take home? What is your take home? Christine, you've not talked in this class. What is your take home?
We have identified the carboxylic acid, which is C00COOH.
The functional group. Another take home, 2 or 3 samples. Ron, you've not talked in this class. Your take home?
How to name some of the activities in the end.
Thank you. Another one?
The sulfuric acid is a common name for dioic acid.
Thank you. So for our assignments, we go and name carboxylic acid derivatives. Carboxylic acid derivatives using IUPAC system. I note these are carboxylic acid derivatives. So, is there any question? Anyone who has a concern, any question? No? Meaning we are okay? So that marks the end of our lesson. So have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Welcome.